Hello student, I am SR Sirsat. Last time we have already considered three level laser pumping scheme. In this three level pumping scheme, three energy levels are considered. The first one, ground state, next excited state, and one more excited state, E3. These are actually the three levels. Out of that, E1 is ground state, second E2 and E3 are excited state. Out of that, E2 is metastable state, and this is actually the pump state. In this, what will happen? Population inversion is in between these two levels, metastable state and ground state. And what is the drawback of the three level pumping scheme? At least more than 50% atoms of that ground state must be pumped into the metastable state, and for that purpose pumping power required more. This is first drawback. Second point, you remember that the emission of light in case of three level pumping scheme is not continuous, it is in the form of the pulses. And to avoid these problems, today we are going to discuss four level pumping scheme. In case of four level pumping scheme, we considered a laser medium. Laser medium. Within that laser medium, number of atoms are present. We call that number of atoms are n, and these number of atoms possess energy level E1, E2, E3 and E4. Four energy levels are there. Out of that four energy levels, E1 ground state, and these three are excited state. These three are excited state. But when we consider this four level pumping scheme, here is the first level, that is E1. Second one, E2. Here is a third one, E3, and one more, that is E4. Four levels are considered: E1, E2, E3 and E4. These are actually the four levels. Out of these four levels, means within these four levels, this number of atoms, they are distributed. And out of that number of atoms, the number of atoms present in energy level E1 is N1. Number of atoms present in energy level, that is E2, and the number of atoms present in energy level E3 is N3, and number of atoms present in energy level, that is N4. Means laser medium is considered. Within that laser medium, a group of atoms, and that group of atoms is N, and they possess four energy levels E1, E2, E3 and E4. Within these four levels, that number of atoms are distributed N1, N2, N3, N4. Out of these four energy levels, E1 is ground state, and E2, E3 and E4, these are excited state. These are excited state. In addition to this, what about the population of the atom in different energy levels? Population of the number of atoms in energy level is n1, and number of atoms present in energy level E1, or that is in ground state, that is very large. And very small amount of atoms, they are present in excited state at room temperature or at ordinary temperature. Very small amount of atoms are present in excited state. And suppose number of atoms present in excited, suppose there is very small number of atoms are present. Suppose this is the situation, very small. But what about the next? Out of these 4 energy levels, energy level E2 and energy level E4, these 2 energy levels, E2 and E4, lifetime of atoms present in E4 and E2, the lifetime of that atoms within that energy level is very short, and that lifetime is near about 10 raised to minus 8 second lifetime within these 2 energy levels. But what about the next excited state, that is E3? For energy level E3, we call it as a metastable state. Metastable state. Metastable state. And lifetime of atoms present in metastable state is 10 raised to minus 3 to 10 raised to minus 6 second. Means lifetime of this energy level is very large as compared to the other energy state. The next point, this is suppose the initial situation. This is suppose actually the initial situation. Here is the laser medium is considered. Initially, what about the energies of these different energy levels? Again, you remember that energy level E1 is less than energy level E2, is less than energy level E3, is less than energy level E4. What about the population? Means N1 is greater than N2 is greater than N3 is greater than N4. Means number of atoms, suppose here is the 2 atoms are present, here is 1, and suppose here is the no atoms is present. Means initially the number of atoms present in the ground state is very large as compared to the next, and the energy level of E1, the value of energy is less as compared to the other energy levels. This is the initial situation. Here is the pumping scheme. Means what is the meaning of the pumping? The meaning of the pumping is that supply the external energy to the atoms in the ground state in order to raise it from ground state to the excited state. That process we call it as a pumping. And pumping process point of view, suppose the energy is supplied. Energy supplied. Suppose that energy is in the form of the photon. And the energy of the photon, if it is equal to the difference of these 2 energy, that is E4 minus E1. If the energy supplied, if it is equal to E4 minus E1, at that time what will happen? That energy is absorbed by the ground state atoms. Sufficient energy is absorbed by that ground state atom, and what will happen? And then that ground state atom jumps from ground state to the excited state. Ground state to the excited state. Means when the energy is supplied to the laser medium, what will happen? And if the supplied energy, if it is equal to the difference of these 2 energy, at that time that energy is absorbed. Due to that absorption of energy, the atom present in ground state, it jumps into the excited state, E4. And such type of transition, we call it as a pump transition. We call it as a pump transition. Pump transition takes place. Means in this way the number of atoms that jumps from ground state to the pump state. E4 also called as a pump state. But suppose in this way the number of atoms are present here by using the process of the pumping, by supplying the energy. But the lifetime of this energy level is very small. Very small lifetime. And that's why after that lifetime, means lifetime is 10 raised to minus 8 seconds. After completion of this lifetime, these atoms are come back to the next energy state E3, and suppose here is the number of atoms are coming here. And when that atoms jumps from E4 to E3, at that time it releases the energy, but that energy is not in the form of the photon. Means release energy, no doubt, but that energy is radiation less energy. Means radiation less energy is released, and that energy is thermal energy. This is actually the situation. And when the number of atoms they jumps from E4 to E3, there is no doubt small amount of energy is released, but that energy is radiation less energy, or during this transition photons cannot be emitted. The next point, E3 is metastable state. Its lifetime is 10 raised to minus 3 to 10 raised to minus 6 seconds. Means its lifetime is 10 raised to 3 to 10 raised to 6 times more as compared to the excited state. Means lifetime is very large, and due to this longer lifetime, the number of atoms are accumulate in this energy state E3. Number of atoms are accumulate. And when the number of atoms are accumulate in this energy level, and if the number of atoms in this energy level is large as compared to this energy level, at that time we can say that the population inversion occur. Population inversion occur. At this stage, number of atoms present in E3 is large as compared to E2. Population inversion is occur. Population inversion is occur. And you remember that when the lifetime of this atom is complete, after completion of the lifetime of the atoms in metastable state, what the situation? If suppose number of atoms are present here, suppose this is the first atom, these are actually the number of atoms are present in metastable state, number of atoms, metastable state. But after completion of the lifetime of this metastable state, the first atom jumps from E3 to E2 by itself, without any trigger, by itself, by its own, without any trigger, and that when that atom jumps from this to this, it emits a photon. It emits a photon. And that energy of that photon must be equal to difference of these two energy levels. Means h mu must be equal to here is E3 minus E2. E3 minus E2. Remember this? After completion of the lifetime of that metastable state, one photon jumps from E3 to E2 by its own, by itself, without any trigger, and such type of transition we call it as a spontaneous transition. And suppose this is actually the atom that emits the photon, first photon is emitted spontaneously without any trigger. Okay, this is actually, and the energy of that photon must be equal to E3 minus E2. But this photon, first photon emitted by spontaneous emission, that photon interacts with other atoms present in metastable state. Means this photon interacts with this other atom and it forces the other atom to jump from E3 to E2. It forces that atom to jump from E3 to E2. Means suppose it forces to this atom, and at that time it also emits the photon. Means when it forces to this another atom to jump from this to this, at that time it emits the photon. Means initially one photon is emitted by spontaneously, but that photon interacts with the other atom in metastable state, and again that atom jumps from metastable state to the E2. It means that two photons are emitted, and these two photons emitted, both photons have the same energy, same frequency, same wavelength, and they are in phase and they are emitted in the same direction. Again these two photons again interact with the two atoms. Again two photons are emitted. Initially these two photon, additionally two photon, again the four photons are emitted. Means suppose this is interact with this photon, this is interact with this photon, and this already these four photons are emitted. In this way, the multiplication of the photons takes place, and all the photons, they are emitted in the same direction, they are in same phase, and that's why the amplification of light takes place. And when all the photons, they are in the same direction, amplification means the intensity of light goes on increasing, and that's why the light emitted by the laser, that is intense, means the intensity of that laser beam is very high. Okay, after that, again the lifetime of this energy level E2 is again very small. Lifetime of this actually the energy level E2, again it is very small, that is short, and these atoms again come back to the ground state. But when they jumps from E2 to E1, at that time it again release the energy, but that energy again radiation less energy. I mean, this is actually the sequence. Remember that. Energy supplied, effect of that energy, pump transition takes place, means the atoms from energy level E1 jumps to E4. Means ground state to the excited state, but lifetime of this energy level is very small, that's why it comes back to the next energy level E3. When this transition takes place, energy is released, but release energy, that is radiation less energy, that is in the form of thermal, and E3 is metastable state, lifetime is very long, that's why number of atoms are accumulated in this energy level is large. And when the number of atoms in energy level E3 is more as compared to E2, again there is actually the transition takes place from E3 to E2. Population inversion occur, and population inversion occur means actually the number of photons are emitted, and all photons, they are emitted in the same direction, they are in phase, that's why there is amplification of light takes place. And that atoms in E2, again the lifetime of this energy level is small, that's why it comes back to the ground state, and these atoms are again used for pump transition. This is the situation. Means when we consider the 4 level system and 3 level system, in case of 3 level system, photons are emitted, that is here is E3, here is E2 and here is E1. Photons are emitted here between this E2 and E1, means terminating level is ground state, and we know in ground state large number of atoms are present. Means suppose here is, suppose say here is 1000 atoms are present in energy level E1. Then for population inversion point of view, at least more than 50%, means more than 50%, means at least 501 atoms must be present in E2. At that time population inversion occur. The number of atoms in this E2 must be greater than this. This is actually the situation, and that's why the energy required is large, pumping power required is large. But in case of 4 level system, photon is emitted between E3 and E2. And what the initial situation? When we consider, that is at the room temperature, that is E2 minus E1 is greater than KT, is greater than KT. E2 minus E1 is greater than KT, means for that temperature T, this value is greater than KT. It means that at room temperature or at normal temperature, E2 level can be considered virtually empty. Virtually empty. And if this level is empty, suppose this level is empty, only few atoms they are pumped into this energy level. Means only, if suppose only the 3 atoms are here, at that time we can also say the population inversion occur and laser action start. Because as compared to this level, number of atoms here is 3 atoms suppose, and that 3 atoms also greater as compared to this. Means in 4 level system, laser action takes place between these 2 energy levels. And that's why only few atoms are to be pumped to the energy level E3, and for that purpose pumping power required must be very less. This is the advantage of the 4 level pumping scheme. Very less pumping power is required, because the population inversion is considered with respect to E2, not with respect to the ground state, and that's why pumping power is required is very less. Second thing, again the number of atoms present in this large as compared to this, and here is the photon emission process, that is a continuous. Photon emission process is continuous, and that's why the second advantage of this 4 level system is that is actually the output of that 4 level pumping laser pumping scheme, that is a continuous, not in the form of the pulses. In case of 3 level system, the output is in the form of the pulses. Remember this. Again one more point you remember, that in case of 3 level or in case of 4 level, photon energy for 4 level system or 3 level system is greater. Pumping transition photon energy is more as compared to the photon energy that is of the emission, because photon energy is E3 minus E2. In case of 3 level, E2 minus E1, means energy of the photons emitted is less as compared to the energy of the photons that is jumps from ground state to the excited state. This energy is large as compared to this energy. This is all about the pumping scheme. Next time we will see the types of laser. Under these types of laser, two types of lasers are important. One, solid state laser, and means first one the ruby laser, and the second was the helium neon laser. Okay, today I am stop here. Thank you.